Right, okay, I've got a new fan. My old one, I knocked about 3 blades off it, same size, 80mm by 10, quite a thin fan. This one, well these latest ones I have, I don't know about the other one, I never noticed. Just a second, fire engine going past, fire station quite near me. A little bit of vibration on it. Now what I'm going to do is super glue, this is the way it blows. So it blows out this end with the label on, so long as you have the voltage the right way around. I don't know if you can put the voltage the opposite way around, I wouldn't recommend it. So I want it blown away, making sure that the fins on here are going straight up and down, and that is going in the corner, left hand corner of the box. I'll just put this in there, see, and there's a bit of a glue there for the wires. There's another one there in case it's needed, but this is a recommended one because the drawer goes in and out here. That's ideal. Now the washers I'm putting on, I just make sure that these fins, because these fins will be going against the fan blade, fins will be going against the fins in a way on the heatsink, and I'll be just scraping it. So it's just like to act as a standoff, 3 washers on each corner. I'm just going to super glue those on and I'll come back. Well, there we are, 3 washers on each corner, super glued on, top of each other basically. They've just been glued, so I'll have to be reasonably careful at the moment. Not the neatest of jobs, but nobody's really going to see it. It's going to be inside the box. So they're like a spacer, so that when the fins go on, they don't rub against the fan basically. Now I'm going to leave that a good half hour to set, to make sure it's set. I found quite helpful the tweezers, and sometimes with this elbow, where am I? Elbow on the tweezers to press down on the backs of the washers, just to make sure that they're pressed down quite firmly without sticking fingers up. That's it really. So I'll give that half an hour to make sure. Well, it's only been about 10 minutes, you don't generally need too long for super glue. I would like to leave it a bit longer in this case. But that's pretty well set. Now I'm going to put a bit more super glue onto each of these and then try and glue this on. This has fins, so it's got very thin parts are going to go glue on, but this has to be round the right way, so take your time. Yes, we want it this way up so that the air is blown out of here. The air is going to blow that way, it's going to blow backwards away from the fins. So I'm going to pop this in to make sure I'm getting it round the right way. Just a second, it's getting caught. I haven't trimmed the wires off yet. So that pops into here. So I might actually, I think I've glued outside there because I don't want any glue going on there. Make sure you have the fins the correct way around so that they're up and down. Okay, do a test fit. Make sure that goes on alright. I've got these wires again coming down here, going to this bottom corner down here where there's a hole in the side. I might need, well, I'll probably need to drill that out actually. I might fit a socket in there. I haven't decided whether just pass wires through or fit a socket in there. But first of all, glue this to there. You can pull on the wires a little bit to help you get it out. Make sure it's the right way around before you continue. So that wants to be that way. The wires in a way in the bottom left hand corner. This with the fins wires to a certain extent. In this case, the wires going to the bottom left hand corner, but certainly with the fins going up and down so that any moisture can run down, otherwise it's going to get stuck on the fins. Just do a bit of a test fit there. Right, some drops of super glue on these. I don't expect this to be very strong. I'll do that off camera. So run round a bit of super glue on each of the washers, line that up, press it down, and using my fingers to make sure that's in line all the way around. Press down a bit, hold it. Give it at least 30 seconds. Just a little bit. Feels okay. Right, I'm going to leave that just a weight of, I've got a torch here, put a bit of weight on it. Again, I'm going to leave that a good quarter of an hour. Might it's been a while, not sure how long to be honest with you. Yep, that's stuck on there. It's on there firm. I don't want to pull it too much because I think it will come off, or if you bang it or anything like that, it might come apart. Make sure that still fits. Yep, that goes in there okay. I'm just going to splice these wires together so it's red to red in parallel. I'll just make sure, see those washers there, give a bit of a gap. So that the fins, the fan fins don't bang on the fins of the heatsink basically. Blowing that and it's not catching or anything. Yep, that's okay. So I'll splice these wires together. I'll probably cut these shorter. I'll do that offline, so to speak. So I could find some plugs, yeah, but couldn't find a socket, so I drilled this out of 5mm and I passed both sets of wires through and sort of soldered in parallel here on the outside. I've got some heat shrink here ready to, well, I'll slide that over there now actually, so I can slide it over. I'll shrink that down. Ready? So I'll just use here a little bit, so there's a bit of slack in case I want to possibly take this out. These fans are pretty quiet. I'm going to test this out, probably test it on my power supply unit, I power supply unit, and that's quite a noisy fan. So you can't go out, I'll just get some heat on here and shrink them. So a bit ready. Show you that. So they're in parallel, okay? Positives to positives, negatives to negatives. 3 wires basically. One going to 2. One for the heat, one for the fan, and one for the Peltier crystal chip, whatever people want to call them. So see how the fins are going this way so that water can run down. Make sure you do get the fins right. Right, I'm going to do a temperature test. I've got it powered off this ATX power supply, 12 volts. So it's mainly the fan on this power supply that's making all the noise. This fan doesn't make really much noise at all, as far as I can tell. And yes, that is turning. Oh, that's cool already. I feel it. You see the fan is turning there. Got back in a little bit. Right, I've got this like infrared temperature probe. This has only just been turned on, that's saying 10. Can we see that? Hopefully you can see that. This is centigrade. Let's try it on the back heat sink. That's 40. The ambient temperature is about 27, 26. So down to 6 on the cold side, up to 43 on the warm side, 5, hopefully you can see that. I'm going pretty close, let me just check. Yes, I think that's displaying, because sometimes it can be a bit funny, so to speak. This is black, so it's pretty good for the reflection on the back. 36 there, seems hotter there. 47, let me have a touch. Yes, that is cool. That is just lukewarm. The big, oh no, it's pretty hot. It's pretty hot, the heat sink. So what we got there now, 8, 7. I'm going to give it about 10 minutes. I'll leave this going, then I'll come back. Well, it's been 10 minutes. I've been out the room, come back, and I can smell this smell, funny smell. It's not too unpleasant. It smells a bit like almost burning, but not quite. I'm not sure what that is. I do a super glue on here, as you've seen, and heatsink paste and other stuff. Oh yeah, I did. That is pretty hot. I can feel the heat coming out the back. Can I get this thing on it? Hopefully you can see that. 46ish centigrade. Let's get on the cool side. So it's suggesting there 15. There's the order. 12. I think. That's in 10. Getting down to about 10. So it's not exactly freezing. I don't think we want it freezing, because then it would freeze the water. That is cold. That's pretty cold. I mean, it's not freezing, but I can feel it cold, and this hot side is pretty hot, let's put it like that, quite hot. And I can feel it blowing out, as I say, I can feel it blowing out the warm air. Obviously this would be stood up. So to set, oh, ow, I put my thumb on there to hold it in and it's burning. Yep, that's okay. Now the thing is, does it actually catch moisture? I think it'll take quite a bit of time to see if it catches humidity at all. That's cool. I don't know what temperature the dew point is. I think the term is the dew point, where it turns into dew.